This land pleases me. So, uh, hey, this is Gamer Penguin, and this is episode 1 of Penguin Plays Minecraft. This is actually take 2 of episode 1. I recorded a whole episode and realized my microphone was turned off. So I just nuked that world and started fresh. So, well, let's not stand here gawking. We have work to do. The sun is coming up. It is our first day. Minecraft, first day. Best part of the game, as Paul Soares Jr. says. So, hierarchy of needs in Minecraft. Food, tools, and shelter. Shelter's easy. We'll just dig into the... Yeah, I already told you that I restarted this episode. Yeah, I built a little cabin over there on that little peninsula. There's a nice river winding around here. So, yeah, that's where we're going to build our shelter. For the first night, though, we'll just dig into the side of a hill. Tools, we got plenty of trees, so that won't be a problem. But food, no animals about, but mushrooms. So, let's grab mushrooms. And let's look for red mushrooms in particular. Plenty of brown around. So, you saw in the opening when I was creating this world, first of all, there are cheats in this world. That is for cinematic purposes only. I swear to you on my family, there are red mushrooms. Yes, I swear to you on my family, red mushrooms. No, all of the gameplay you see, all of the building, all of the blocks will all be legit. I only have the cheats on for cinematic purposes. The ability to fly. Just one. Changing time of day for the sunset you saw in the opening, which I have not recorded yet, by the way. Just getting stuck in, and then and the weather. I'm hoping... I'll talk about the weather in a minute. So, that's the cheats. You'll also notice this was a recreation of a creative world that was from my scouting around, seed hunting, trying to find one that I really liked. And I am really happy with this this map. Originally, I wanted to find a map like what I had in the in my preview episodes, which was in a plains, and then there was a beach, and of course ocean. I was hunting around for weeks, trying to find just that right combination. Eventually I gave up, and since this is coinciding with 1.7, the release of the 1.7 update, I decided to work in one of the new biomes, and when I found this, I just fell in love, because I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States in the Seattle region, and, whoops, I need tools. Yay, an achievement get, taking inventory. I love that they reset those with every update. Getting wood, alright. As I was saying, I live in the Seattle area, and this is what the woods look like in this part of the country, in this part of the world. So this biome, this environment seems very much at home. And as much as I look forward to bending this landscape to my will, I definitely want to preserve. I mean, this is just beautiful. And like I say, this is home to me. These tall, old growth. I mean, you don't have to walk more than 6 blocks. I live in the city. I mean, a little bedroom community, but I live within walking distance of the main strip of town. But if you go like 6, 8 blocks in the other direction, you're going to find woods that look like this. So I'm very much at home here. So yeah, I really like this. There's another thing, because all of my building is going to be legit. Oh, one more thing. This is a large biome. I play large biome maps. I like large biomes. It makes the world feel more real if you have to walk forever. Walk a day and a night to get to another environment. I don't like, if you walk in a straight line in a regular map. It's changed with the new terrain generation. but you used to just walk 5 minutes in any direction and you would pass through 3 different biomes. And, this feels more real. The world seems bigger, which is, of course, meaningless because the world is infinite. But it helps my immersion. But we're going to be limited to what we can find in this mega taiga biome, by the way, is the name of this. Let me hit, actually, just a little bit of business. So there's my XYs, XYZ, negative 56. Yeah, 0, 0 is across the water, more or less where we started over there. And then I'll do this, 2. There's the seed if anybody wants to start fresh and play along, or they just like the seed and want to do their own stuff with it. I think I will take all of this tree. How are we doing for time? Where's the sun? Can't find the sun. I think I may start building the village. That will be where the village begins, right up to the water. A bit of sand there for a reed farm. Yeah, I build villages. That's how I play the game. I like to explore. We will go exploring eventually. I'd like to be able to have like all 6 types of wood. Find a desert so I can get glass and, really explore the new material. But, yeah, I'm not one for big structures, the big massive builds that take forever. Yeah, I like building small buildings. Little buildings for villagers, houses for them and whatnot. And particularly in this environment, in my preview world, which was in plains, it was built on a basic grid. There was a well, or it was originally a well. It was gone by the time I recorded the episodes. And then just 2 roads went off, that was a crossroads, went off forever in both directions. Well, not forever, but they just went in straight lines out from that central crossroads, and then little cobblestone streets as I needed them, radiating off those main roads. In this world, I want the roads to curve with the land. So let me tell you a bit about myself. Let me tell you about me and Minecraft. I've been playing the game for just over a year. It's November 2013. I say for posterity, for anyone who comes along later. It's actually the weekend of Minecon, which I'm not at. I've never been to cons. I'd like to someday. Seattle has a big one, the Emerald City Comic Con. But I've been playing Minecraft for just over a year. I started October last year. The backstory is I'd heard of Minecraft, and it sounded like something I kind of wanted to play. And then I lost my job, which we'll probably go into more depth at a later date. I worked at a pawn shop. I was there for about 2.5 years. I lost that job and was looking at my last paycheck for a while and a lot of free time. So I wanted to buy one game that would last me for a while. I've been a gamer all my life. And this Minecraft thing seemed like something I would like. So I went to the Mojang website. Oh no, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, I'm gonna have fun in this world. Ooh, baby. Nice full moon coming up too. This is a beautiful game. I'm so glad I found it. Which leads me back to how I found it. Yeah, so unemployed, looking at my last paycheck for a while. I ended up getting unemployment benefits. But at the time I lost my job, I didn't know if that was going to be the case. Very long and bizarre story of how I lost that job. So, yeah, I went to the Mojang website, and there, I don't know if it's still there, but at the time, they don't have any kind of official tutorials, but they linked to Paul Soares Jr.'s How to Survive Your First Night from his Survive and Thrive Let's Play series. It's not really a Let's Play, it's his tutorial series. And I thought, yeah, that looks like something I would like. So I bought the game largely based on because of PSJ. So, you know, and I still follow him and watch his stuff. He's probably my Minecraft guru, and like one of maybe three people, 4 people who inspired me to start making videos. And so I'll always be grateful for his wisdom in leading me to this game, which has consumed my life for nearly a year. I hear a spider. I have no weapons of any kind, and it's dark. This is bad. Oh, and there's a creeper. Okay, you know what? Just panic time. There we go. So just dig out a little spider hole here for myself. What do I need? I need cobble so I can make a furnace, so I can make some... wait, no. Yeah, I did my little thing about the hierarchy of needs and then completely blew it. So, I apologize if you can hear me like banging away on my mouse. When I started recording, I came up with a very strange problem, which is that my mouse and keyboard are too loud, which is not something I'd ever really, not a problem I'd ever considered before. But when I was recording my preview videos, I could just hear myself banging away on them. Oops, no. So, yeah, I do my hotbar very specifically. Number 1, hotkey number 1 is a sword. Number 2 is going to be my bow. Number 3, pickaxe. Number 4, axe. Number 5, shovel. Number 9 over here is going to be torches in a couple moments. And then food will be here, and I'll make some bowls. Actually, let's do that now. Number 9 will be food. I hate that stew doesn't stack. You'd think they'd have fixed that by now. Tools. What else do I need? I got no sheep. Okay. Just a couple more. 7, 8. So yeah, I had to buy a new mouse. Fortunately, the cheapest one I could find, or the quietest one I could find, I had to go to Best Buy and sort of test drive them. But the quietest ones I could find were the cheapest ones. Was the cheapest one, sort of off the rack Microsoft. And I had another keyboard that was reasonably quiet. A spare keyboard. And they're both wireless, interestingly. Actually, the mouse is Bluetooth. I didn't know they made Bluetooth mice. Oh, there's something else I could make. That way we can see when the sun comes up. And something else we will need. There we go. And since I hear... string. There's some string. Come on, 3 string. Alright. Ain't got no arrows, but we got a bow. That's a start. So yeah, I talked about or didn't talk about, I don't remember. Like I said, I'm recording this for the second time, so I can't remember what I talked about last time and didn't this time. But uh, when I was seed hunting, I created this world in creative. I just jumped up far enough to see that this was where I wanted to be. I didn't find any ravines, so I have no idea about what's underground here. Nom nom nom, get my hearts regenerating here. If I could find some... What the... Oh. Oh, sweet light. There we go. Now we're feeling... Actually, it still feels like a hole in the ground. It's not home. Anyway, so I have no idea what's underground here. Let's just start digging down, see what we find. You see, I see daylight, but I don't hear burning zombies. There's one. Ooh. Did I see? Yep. What if I can sneak up on this guy? Come into the light. There you do. You see me? Let's do this Rambo style. Ah, okay. Strafe! Strafe! XP's nice, but I want arrows. 2 arrows. Fantastic. So, first night survived. How are we doing on time? I just realized I forgot to start my timer. I forgot to start my timer the first time I recorded this, too. This whole thing is just a complete fiasco. I'll get better, I promise. Okay. I've taken down a complete tree. I feel that I have accomplished something manly. Something I've never done in real life, cut down a whole tree. We had to cut up a whole tree. My family, my dad and my uncle inherited a house from my grandparents in on the East Coast. It's on a river. I love rivers. I love rivers, and I love the ocean, and I love water. It's a naval tradition in my family. A lot of sailors. I don't sail, but I love the water. We'll talk about the water later. But yeah, my dad has this house. My dad and my uncle own this house, and there was a huge tree. I think it was an oak, but it was like this big. To translate into Minecraft terms, actually, it would probably have been more like the size of a 3x3 tree. And it came down in a windstorm or a hurricane. We just had this massive tree that crushed our crushed the carport, almost crushed the garage, and we had to, well, you know, you got to deal with it. So we had neighbors and family in the area and friends coming over and helping with the, over the course of like a year and a half, chopping up this massive tree. And we got an estimate for stump remover, and it was something like $1,200 to remove this thing. And we were like, you know what? No, we'll just do it ourselves. Leave it lying there. It's not like it's actually in the way once it fell. It's all gone now. We're actually, the plan is the big hole that the root ball left, because the soil there, this is in southern Maryland, Washington, D.C., almost Virginia area. The soil there has so much clay in it. That's part of why the tree fell down, because the soil can be a bit soft. But now we have this big pit lined with clay soil, and we're thinking that'd make an awesome barbecue pit. So we'll probably just have a bonfire in the hole, and then use that for home cooking. And we do our family reunion every summer has been getting more and more elaborate, and we've recently added a pig roast, like a whole pig. So we'll try cooking the pig in there. Little bit of biography for you. As I said, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. My parents are both from the Washington, D.C. area, and my dad's family, when I talk about my family, most often I'm talking about my dad's family just because there's so many of them, and they're the branch of the family that I'm closest to. Most of them are from New Jersey, but there's some of us in California and Pennsylvania. One lives in France. So, yeah, we're all over the place. Yeah, I think I'm just going to clear off... I'll clear off this plateau and we'll build just a quickie little cottage here. Just a little log cabin. What on earth was that? Still no bed. When I first recorded this, I found sheep. I haven't come across them yet. So, yeah, this is the hardest part about doing this YouTube thing is having things to talk about. I'm hoping viewers will. I've got 2 subscribers already, by the way. Welcome, fellows. Just based off of my preview episodes, which are really quite terrible, so that bodes well. Yeah, so I'm hoping viewers will ask questions. Stuff I can answer just to fill time. You can ask any question you want. Doesn't mean I'll answer. What was that? Oh. So I thought I saw a giant zombie for a second. There is a giant zombie in the game, by the way. Not in the vanilla game, but it exists in the code. I'm always afraid that one day they'll implement it. Although Halloween just passed by, that would have been the day to do it. I like these tedious little projects, but they don't make for great film. No! All the way down there. Ow! And now I hurt myself. This little spiral staircase method for taking down trees works digging down into the ground too. What you do is you just take out the block in front of you, and then if you're going up, you go up 1, 2. If you're going down, like in a brick, you just dig in front of your face and then down 1, 2. And you get this little spiral staircase cut. So I started in my the preview world, the single-player world that I did my preview episodes in. I had gone so far afield, just exploring, that I really had to go a long way to start seeing the new biomes, because I wanted to get some of the new woods, the dark oak from roofed forests, and the acacia, which you find in savannas. I really want to find a savanna and get some acacia wood, because that, you know, gray bark kind of looks like stone, but it's a different texture, and then the red inside. I would love to be able to use dyes to essentially paint wood planks, to stain wood planks. I think that would open up building quite a bit. But the bright red of the acacia tree is a game changer, as I say. It's not a game changer. It's just a nice color that I want to use. But anyway, in my world, my preview world is so big already that I had to go something like 6,000 blocks away from spawn. I was about 1,300 blocks from spawn anyway. And I've gone out to like 6,000 blocks. And still the only new biome I found is sunflower plains. I found a lot of forests, a lot of extreme hills, a lot of really cool terrain generation. But wait a minute, did I get seeds from the fern? Yeah, ferns drop seeds. I had no idea. Let's light up my little plateau. By the way, I looked up the word podzol because I sort of knew that it was just dirt. But whenever I come across a word I don't know, I look it up, which seems simple enough when you say it. Let me carve these out and put dirt down. It's not something people think to do, to look up a word you don't know. So podzol is from the Russian, which means something like under ash. And podzol is the dirt. It's basically what this is. It's the kind of dirt that you get in coniferous forests, or pine forests, which is what this is. And let's see. Build in a log cabin. So when I build something, I just kind of like to, if I don't plan it out in creative, which I often do for bigger stuff, but this will just sort of freehand. I like to plan it out. Just start with the four corners. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good for now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. No shortage of wood. Ow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Which way is west? Where's the moon? There's the moon. Coming up over there, so that's west. Take this tree down. Take that tree down, have a nice view out west. So it's like this, and like that, and 1, and then our door will be there. Actually, wait, I screwed that up. Yeah. Because you want the log going across the top of the door. And I don't want to start mining the glass yet for mining sand for glass. So we're not going to have windows. Exactly. Let's click. Oh, no, time for more stew. Anyway, no windows in here for now, but so So we're going to use fences. I'll build fences. The other thing is, other reason for that, is you're going to have, with only the spruce wood available for building, but you're also going to have, when you turn spruce wood into doors, fences, gates, they revert back to that oak color, which was the only wood back in the day. Like I said, I've only been playing a year, so I wasn't like in the alpha or anything. But once upon a time, oak was the only wood, and so the things you make from oak are sort of oak colored. How do I want to do the windows? Let's get some planks going on. Whoops. So yeah, using fencing is gonna create a color. Wow, I never noticed the color difference between the spruce wood and the spruce blocks, spruce planks. That's not too bad. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just putting these planks in here for a bit of texture. You don't really want, or I don't want, this is just how I play things. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. That's the nature of Minecraft. That's why Minecraft is such a great game, and why it's had the success that it has, because it can be any kind of game. People ask me about Minecraft, and I say, they ask what kind of game is it, because it's kind of hard to grasp, and I say it's whatever kind of game you want it to be. It can be strategy, it can be, it's a sim. That's sort of how I play it. The village building can be an adventure game, it can be a role-playing game, and all this is within vanilla. You can, then there are mods that you can use to turn it into sci-fi and more fantasy. More fantasy, as if it's not fantasy enough. With my, I have 1 level of XP. I'm pointing with my mouse cursor, which I know doesn't show up in my recording. Did I hear? Did I see? No. Okay. Whoa. Bones ain't nothing neither. Okay, so we are safe, and the sun is coming up. Just in time. Let me regenerate after that little fight with the skeleton. So we'll call that an episode, and I will hopefully be back next week. I'm shooting for a weekly schedule. I didn't mention this video, but I work in a toy store. It's theoretically only part-time, but now we're getting towards the holidays. Hours are picking up, so I'm working like 30-hour weeks, but I'm still going to try and record and edit an episode, or to get an episode out once a week. And I want to leave each episode with some words of wisdom I've picked up over the years. I've known some extraordinary people, read some extraordinary writings, so just want to pass along things that I've learned over the years. I talked about my family. My great uncle John was uncle to I don't know how many. Well, I do know how many. Well, no, because he was my great uncle. He's my great grandmother's brother. So my dad's generation were his nieces and nephews, or great nieces and nephews, really. And there were a lot of them. As I said, we're a big family. So Uncle John used to say to the kids when they were all gathered in Ocean City, New Jersey, I should mention. Uncle John used to say to all the little children, "Come in and go out. Don't stand there with the door open." And that's why. You see? the wisdom of your elders can apply in any situation. So, I'll see you next week.